Welcome to the Mahakumbh Mela 2025, the world's largest religious gathering. But what makes this event so grand? Why do millions take a holy dip in the Gangas? Did you know the Mahakumbh Mela has its roots in an ancient magical tale of gods, demons, and the search for immortality? Join us as we dive into the legend of Amrit Kumbh, the nectar of immortality, and uncover the secrets behind this once in a lifetime celebration. According to the Asian mythology, sage Durvasa, known for his wisdom and the fiery temper, once offered a divine garland to Devraj Indra, the king of gods. Indra placed the garland on his royal elephant Arabat. As Arabat tossed the garland to the ground and trampled it. This act deeply insulted Maharishi Durvasa. Enraged by the disrespect, Durvasa cursed Indra and the gods. Your pride has blinded you. You shall lose your strength, dominion, and the divine glory. This curse took effect immediately, leaving the gods weak and powerless. The Asura, eternal drivers of the Devas, saw this as an opportunity to conquer the heavens, seizing the moment they launched an attack on the heavens. Without their strength and the divine power, the gods were defeated in the fierce battle. When the Devas lost their power due to the sage Durvasa curse, they turned to Lord Vishnu for guidance. Vishnu devised a plan to restore their strength and immortality. He revealed that the only way to achieve this was to obtain Amrit, the nectar of immortality hidden deep within the cosmic ocean. Churning the ocean to retrieve Amrit was not an easy task. It required immense strength, teamwork, and cooperation. Vishnu proposed an extraordinary idea. The Devas and their eternal drivers, the Asuras, must work together to churn the ocean and retrieve the nectar. Though hesitant, the Deva approached the Asura with Vishnu's proposal. Tempted by the promise of immortality, the Asuras agreed. For the first time, the two sides set aside their enmity and joined forces for this monumental task. The Devas and Asuras came together for the great Samudra Manthan. To obtain Amrit, the nectar of immortality, they used Mount Mantra as a churning rod and Vasuki, the serpent king, as the churning rod. However, the task was not easy. As they churned, Mount Mantra started sinking. To save the process, Lord Vishnu transformed into the Gain turtle and held the mountain on his back, keeping it stable. The first thing to rise from the ocean was the Halahal deadly poison that could destroy the universe. The Devas panicked, but the Lord Shiva stepped in and consumed the poison to save the world. His throat turned blue, earning him the name Nilkant. As the churning of the cosmic ocean continued, incredible treasures began to appear. First came Kamdhenu, the wish-fulfilling cow, followed by Kalpavrish, the divine tree, and the many other celestial gifts. Then Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity. After great efforts, the ultimate prize appeared, the Amrit Kalash, the golden pot of nectar. Its brilliant glow lit up the heavens and its divine aroma filled the air. Its glow illuminated the heavens and the scent filled the airs with divine sweetness. As soon as the Amrit Kalash appeared, chaos broke out. The Asuras, driven by greed, rushed to grab it while the Devas prepared to fight to keep it safe. A fierce battle shook the heavens as both sides struggled for control. Seeing the dangers, Acharya Brihaspati, the wise guru of Devas, quickly devised a plan. He signaled Indra's son Jayan to grab the Kalash and escape. Jayan, swift and brave, took the nectar and fled, but the Asuras, led by their Guru Shukracharya, gave chase, leading to a 12 celestial pursuit, equal to 12 human years. During this chase, drops of Amrit spilled at 4 places on earth: Haridwar, Prayagraj, Nasik, and Ujjain. These places became holy places where millions gather to celebrate the Kumbh Mela, a grand festival that continues to this day. To protect the Kalash, the celestial bodies intervened. The moon kept the nectar from spilling further. The sun ensured the pot remained intact. Jupiter guarded it against being stolen, and Saturn shielded it from dangers. Their combined efforts ensured the Amrit remained safe from the clutches of the Asuras. In the midst of the chaos, Lord Vishnu took on a mesmerizing form Mohini, a celestial maiden of breathtaking beauty. Her grace and charm captivated both Devas and Asuras, leaving them spellbound. With a voice as sweet as nectar, Mohini proposed a fair solution. She would distribute the Amrit herself to ensure justice. Blinded by her beauty, the Asura eagerly agreed, unaware of her true intentions. However, Mohini's true intention was to ensure the Devas alone received the nectar. With her divine wit, She distracted the Asuras and served the nectar exclusively to the Devas. By the time the Asuras realized they had been tricked, the Devas had already consumed the nectar, regaining their immortality and divine strength. Defeated and furious, the Asuras went back to their land, unable to undo what had been done. The Devas, now immortal and powerful once more, reclaimed their rightful place as guardian of the universe. Thus, the cosmic churning not only restored balance to the universe but also left a legacy of divinity, unity, and triumph of good over evil. The nectar drops that fell at Haridwar, Prayagraj, Nasik, and Ujjain sanctified these places forever. The tradition of the Kumbh Mela was born to honor these holy sites. The Mahakumbh, the Sangam Ghat at Prayagraj, became the epicenter of devotion. Pilgrims gather from around the world to take a holy dip at the Triveni Sangam, believing it washes away sins and believing in spiritual liberation. Shani Snan or Royal Bath is a holy bath taken during the Kumbh Mela, especially on auspicious bathing dates linked to planet Saturn. Devotees believe that taking a dip in holy rivers on this day helps remove bad karma, reduces Shani dosha, and bring peace, prosperity, and spiritual blessing. The Mahakumbh Mela offers experience beyond the holy bath. Attend the Ganga Aarti, a mesmerizing sight with thousands of lamps floating on the river. Meet the saints and sadhus, gain insight into the spiritual lifestyle, enjoy bhajan and religious discourses, feel the divine energy through soulful music and wisdom, explore the spiritual market, discover handmade crafts, spiritual books, and the local delicacies. Planning your trip to Mahakumbh Mela 2025. Here is how to get there. The nearest airport is Prayagraj Airport, just 15 kilometers away from the city. Other nearby airports Varanasi and Lucknow. By train, Prayagraj Junction is well connected to major cities like Delhi, Mumbai, and Kolkata. Special Kumbh Mela trains will run during the event. By road, Prayagraj is well connected by NH19 and NH30 with buses from Delhi, Varanasi, and Lucknow. Local transport, e-rickshaw, shuttle buses, and cycle rickshaws will be available at the Mela sites. Travel tips for Mahakumbh Mela. Before you pack your bags, here are some essential travel tips. Book your stay early. Hotels and tents accommodation fill up very fast. Wear warm clothes. It gets cold in January and February. Carry cash. Many installs don't accept digital payment. Stay hydrated. There is a lot of walking. Download the Kumbh Mela app for maps and events update. And most importantly, keep your valuables safe. Kumbh Mela is not just a festival, it's a journey of faith and devotion. Whether you seek inner peace, divine blessing, or a cultural experience, Kumbh Mela is just a once-in-a-lifetime journey that connects you to something greater. If you like our video, then like, share and subscribe for more travel guides.